This week, we start our First Communion Masses on Sunday the 11th at 1 o'clock and on Sunday, May 18th at 1 o'clock. A bunch of our second graders will receive Holy Communion for the very first time. They're not going to have to get up in line anymore and cross their arms and get a blessing. They'll be able to come up with their whole families now, and with mom and with dad and with the community, and receive the body of Christ for the very first time and for the rest of their lives. What a great joy. What a magnificent moment this is for these young people. And I'm so excited that we get to celebrate this sacrament together. And for all of you young kids, I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy for you. You're becoming a little bit more part of the fullness of the body of Christ. You're becoming more a part of our church. And you have so many wonderful, delightful gifts that you can share with us. And I can't wait for you to grow up in this church and be a part of this faith community with us. We have so much promise. We have such a bright future because you young people are part of us. And this is where you belong. And for you parents, I want to thank you for bringing your kids to the classes this year so that we could work with you in preparing your children for this great sacrament. The classes that have prepared your children for their Holy Communion talk a lot about the fact that Jesus Christ is the bread of life, that He comes to them in His flesh and in His blood, in His soul and His divinity. And those are really big concepts for little 8-year-old minds to have to grasp. But they get it. It's a mystery. And I think it's one of those mysteries that the older we get, the less we can understand it. But they get it. And I want to encourage you to keep in mind, please, that they can get it mostly because of your faith. Not because of what we can teach them. Now, with the spiritual life, that takes a lot of learning too. A lot of it. And I think I, as a pastor, have the responsibility of trying to instill within all the people of this parish that really important lesson. You see, we are human. We are flesh and blood, like Jesus Christ was. But we are also spiritual. We are soul, and we're called to a life of divinity. And we have to learn how to be spiritually fed. Otherwise, our lives are not complete. And I want to encourage all of you who are parents of the second graders to please remember that the Eucharist is spiritual food. And if all that we want to do is bring our children to a nice meal and give them a lovely party, then I think that's a good thing. I really do. But that's not at the heart of what this sacrament is all about. And if you have that attitude that there's more that we can offer, more that we can give our children, then the truth of what this sacrament will bear great fruit in their lives. And that truth is revealed by your decision, your choice to say, I will feed my children, and I who am hungry will also eat.